toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Bryant. Using the quick game.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 3rd. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So Auburn's offense has the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking.
Breaks into the open. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw. It's Bryant. Quick slant complete.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. A nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. The defense wouldn't let him loose. It's a completion. They lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clark. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Might be changing the route. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Bryant. Quarterback adapting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's a great design on offense on that pass play there. You see they clear out the middle of the field. They leave a huge space wide open for the quarterback to attack. Nice timing on the throw.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from punting last drive.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Bryant. Rushes on him. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Motion from the wideout. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open.
Moving toward the end zone. Ball out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1. Take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. I think giving that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt.
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer.
There he goes. Smashes ahead. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Finds his man. It's Clark. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Close to the marker, it's Rodgers.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal of where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's got it on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handed it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
He might want another play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Snags it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Gamecock. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will open from the 15. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the gun, running back gets the give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Leaves it with the running back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Throws to the tight end. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Dumps it to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Fitted in the window for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Looking to throw, it's Newton. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Durham.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Swings it out to the flat. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Using his feet to buy time. Snagged out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Bryant. Takes the easy completion. Touchdown, South Carolina! A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Plows through the defense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Turning it on! He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Looking for a man. It's Newton. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
The give to the back. Man, he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We've got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on the third down?
He got it. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Scrambling away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
The short hands, it's Clark.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. throw on first down. With the catch, it's Stein. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback making adjustments. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Nice job by the D. Playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the 4th quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He's
got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Motion from the wideout. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
How about the coverage by the defense? It's almost like they knew they were running a curl route, sitting on the route, doing a good job of seeing the quarterback, breaking on the football. This defense is dialed in to no matter what you throw at them.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Caught in the backfield. It's Davidson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the foot.
Lost one deep down the right side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success.
Looking deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Breaks into the open. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up. To throw, it's Newton. Unloads to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose. Touchdown, Auburn. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Makes the grab. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Under fire. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Scanning the field, it's Newton. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Lots of running room. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to